All right, Angie, we're here again doing another video for our team and more importantly for all of you out there in social media land. Today's conversation is a pretty common question we get, right? Should I wait for mortgage rates to come down before buying a home? What do you think about that?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's what a lot of buyers think. They're like, I can't buy right now because the rates are higher and such. That's usually a lot of questions that they're starting to ask. So
yeah, they might be watching the news, just thinking that's going to happen.
Watching the news and they see the media and they're just thinking like everybody's telling them that it's not the right time to buy.
Yeah. So on the surface, that sounds like a pretty smart strategy, right? But waiting for lower rates could actually end up costing you more money.
Right. Really, how does an interest rate cost someone in the money? You know, how does that affect their money and their payments and their purchase power?
Well, because most people focus on the interest rate, right, instead of focusing on the overall cost of buying a house, right? So let's use a local example, right? So our median home price right now is $275,000. So if I bought a house today and the rates were, let's say, 6.5%. Now imagine we did have a rate drop, whether it's 6 months from now, a year from now, and rates were maybe 1% lower, down to 5.5. That would be good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So lowering the monthly payment seems to be the easiest decision to do.
Seems like an easy decision, right?
Seems like it, for sure.
Yeah, but what if that same $275,000 house now is selling for $295,000, right? Which is very real. We've already seen, even with rates not coming down, we've seen rates in Indiana go up. I mean, not rates, I'm sorry, with the home prices going up, right?
Right.
So let's say that house went up $20,000 now before buyers jump back in the market. Now you're getting a lower interest rate, but you're borrowing an extra $20,000. That doesn't sound like a good idea, right?
No.
We're borrowing more money.
Right. Never thought of that way, but lower rates doesn't automatically
make up.
mean buying. Yeah,
it doesn't. Just lower rates don't make up for the higher purchase price. Right. People think it does, but if you do the math, it doesn't.
Right.
So exactly, you got to think back a few years when mortgage rates were really low, like 2021, for example, and homes were getting multiple offers, and people were waiving inspections, and people were paying thousands over asking, waiving, all kinds of things, right? Low rates didn't make homes cheaper. It actually made the competition much more intense, right?
Right. So because that was the opposite of what we're talking about. But if the rates come down, then what are we going to see? We're going to see more buyers jumping back in the market, and we may be having that cycle all over again, what we call the COVID years.
If rates do come down, many experts do believe, all right, that more buyers will jump back in the market. And historically, when borrowing becomes more affordable, more buyers definitely enter the market, right? And as demand increases, guess what? Home prices will increase as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe the people are asking the wrong questions. So what questions should we be asking?
Yeah. So instead of asking when mortgage rates drop, maybe ask yourself, am I financially ready to buy that home today? All right. If the payment fits your budget, and you found the right home, right, and you're planning to live there for several years, right, generally more than 3 to 4 years, all right. Waiting for a lower rate isn't the best strategy for most people, right? Because the right home is right now, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times people forget that, when rates go down, you can always refinance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one of my favorite sayings, right?
Yeah.
Marry the house, date the rate.
Yes.
Right, and most people do end up refinancing multiple times during the homeownership process, right? So the home you buy today could be the one you love for years. The mortgage rate, not so much, all right? That'll change, right? So if rates improve, refinancing is the best option. But if home prices go up while you're waiting, then you can't go back and buy yesterday's prices. And again, we've seen here in Southern Indiana, home prices continue to go up. Maybe not tremendously, but they're not going down. So if part of your thinking is, if I wait, prices are going to go down, that's not a good strategy either, because it just isn't happening, right?
Yeah.
Even in what people are thinking, what feels like a buyer's market, even though it's still a seller's market, prices are still going up.
Yeah.
Right.
So waiting
is $15,000 over last July.
Right. So waiting isn't always wrong, but waiting because of the rates falling down isn't the smartest financial move.
No, exactly. Every buyer situation is different. That's why we sit down with our clients and look at their numbers. Right? We're not looking at the headlines. We're looking at their numbers. Sometimes buying a house makes more sense now, and sometimes waiting is also a better decision. The right answer depends on your goals, your finances, and your timeline.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what's making the most sense, that's where we help. So we compare what buying looks like today and versus what's waiting, and all those things to figuring out your best decision, going through the numbers and the situation. So, send us a message that says rates, and we can have that conversation, because there's more than just, you got to look at the whole package.
Yeah, so put in the comments today, like our page, follow us if you like this kind of content for more real estate information. Comment the word rate, and you'll get more information about today with the buying process in today's market.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Bye.